So welcome to this session. Today we want to talk about how the SUMIF statement, SUMIF function, or the SUMIF statement, how it works. So we will look at the data we have here. We have a daily sales data from that contains the column of the sales reps. We have the sales and we have their commission. So actually, I want to actually fill this data now. So along the line, you'll be able to learn one or two before we venture into our function for the day, which is the SUMIF. So this are names of our sales representatives, and we want to say, okay, we want to make sales their daily sales, and each person gets, let's say, 5% of their daily sales for a day as their commission. So how am I going to fill this? So you can actually learn this along the line. Let's see, I want to I want to generate a random number between 0 to 100,000 or 200,000, and I want to actually seal it. So let me just do ceiling.math. Then we have random times 200,000. So this is actually what I'll use to generate. As you can see, it generated 8971. So what does this formula does? It generates a numbers between this random here, generates a number between 0 and 1. So it could be 0.5, 0.2, 0. Anything between 0 and 1. It could be 0.99, it could be 0.85712, and everything like that. So what you are going to do is actually you are going to multiply that by 200,000. So actually, let me remove this to see what that is going to do for you. So as you can see here, what it actually did was it generated a number 14,436 points. So this, I don't actually need this point. That is why I have to seal it. I don't need that point. That is why I have to seal it. That is why I have to seal it to get a whole number, to avoid those hour dots. And all I can just do is just to do this. Then I want everybody to get let's say 5% of their daily commissions. I can just say equal to this times 0.05 or 0.05. Yes, this times 0.05. I have this. I can as well just seal this, or I can just format it here. When I come to number, I don't need two decimal places. I can just format it to this, to a whole number. So how does our SUMIF function? Our SUMIF function helps you add, giving a condition. Unlike the previous sum function, when I just want to sum the total, I can just say sum of all this, and I'll click enter. I have this, and sum of all this. Okay, where I can just say equal to sum of all this, and I have this. This is not actually included. Then this particular one, I would say is sum of all this, and I have this. So this can just be our total. So this could be our total. Let's put this like that. So as you can see, this is our total. So we have total of this addition. So these are the sum function, but the SUMIF function helps you sum based on what a particular condition you are going to actually put in. So let's explore the SUMIF. The SUMIF is actually going to say, okay, SUMIF function open. It says range. I want to sum anybody that makes the sales of above 100,000. Those are the people who are going to pay their commission today, and I want to get the total number of commission to pay. So how many people made a sales of above 100,000 naira? I want to add the cumulative sum of any figure greater than 100,000 naira. I will just have to click this range and comma. I'll click criteria, and I'll put it in an inverted comma here. Sorry about that. I'll put this in an inverted comma. I'll click greater than or equal to 100,000 naira, and I'm going to close this. So this particular last one is, you see, so it's actually picked any figure greater than 100,000 naira. This is greater than 100,000 naira. This is greater, this is greater, this is greater. So it's actually going to sum these three. This is greater, it will add this. Cumulatively, you're having about 700 and this. But you see, in this formula, we actually have three arguments: range, criteria, and sum range. This sum range is actually that not necessary if this is not what you want to sum. For example, I'm going to illustrate that one, but this is actually what I want to sum. I want to sum anybody, all the people that made a sales of above 100,000. I want to sum their cumulative sales. So which means all the people that made a sales of above 100,000 actually made a sales of 313,000. So what if I want to know how much commission am I paying to all these people that made sales of 300,000 naira? Sales, let me just do sales above 100,000. Amount of sales, amount. So what of commission? Commission on sales above 100,000 naira. Okay, I can just do this. Okay, commission on sales above 100,000 naira. You can just use the sum if function. This is what I want to look at, comma, then greater than or equal to 100,000 naira. Then I can do this, then comma, I want to look at, this is what I want to sum. That's why you see sum range. So this is what I want to sum. I'm just going to close the bracket and actually do this. So you are seeing it's actually showing value error, which means there's an error with what we actually did. So let's look at where the error is coming from. Let's see, help this error, show calculation steps, sum this and this. Okay, so I think our error is now because I actually used sum instead of sum if. So that is why, if you remember our error we did yesterday, we have various type of error. When this value error is what we actually do now does not, the arguments are not in relation to this. Sum actually takes numbers of arguments and not this kind of argument. So all I just have to do here is to include our sum if, and let's see if this works. Okay, this is it. So it's saying that on this 711,493, we are going to pay a total commission of 355. So is this not easy? Rather than picking them one after the other to know who actually do this, and which means this is going to go, you are going to pay 7,000, you are going to pay this, you are going to pay this, you are going to pay this, you are going to pay this. This, since they are all above 100,000 naira. But now we are going to add all these people together to know how much we are going to pay. Then instead of doing that one after the other, we'll just come to this to add them together, and we have what is called 35. So it shows that on the total sum of 711,000, we are paying 35,575. So this is how the sum if function works. Yeah.